This is the Negro Ninja, and today I'm going to tell y'all a couple of dumb events that happened today. I was at the P.O. box. I walk in and I see two dusty black dudes. Okay, and they just got negative energy. It just radiates negativity to the point where they could potentially get into a fight with you just because how they look. Like they just try to. It's just something about them. You know, niggas try to get you into a nigga moment. Okay, they just look all rugged like some niggas you will see on a mug shot on Channel 5 or for cops or something. Okay, so as soon as I walk in, they just staring at me. And I'm like, it's already pissing me off. I don't like niggas just stare at me like that. But me being me, I just, keep it calm or whatever and just keep moving. I go to the P.O. box and I look to see that I had to go to the front to retrieve my package. Now, the funny thing is, when I first walked in there and saw those two dusty niggas, they was on the way out. Okay, as I was coming back, they was on the way out. Then when they see me get in line, I noticed that they venture back around, but they didn't do it immediately. I get into line and stay for a minute to look at this white girl's ass. All right. And it was a white girl in line. It was a BBW black girl. She was tall, so the fatness didn't really look bad. A lot of dudes were hit, but I wasn't paying her no attention. I was focused on this white chick with the petite booty. Her body wasn't amazing, but her booty was nice for her body type. Okay, she would have been an okay leg. Okay, if anything, she's doing some type of squats because that shit. That was right. And I'm just looking at her ass and playing the looking game. But she doing a thing to where she let me know that she know I'm looking and just kind of, how they just do that shit from the corner of their eye, like they don't mind. They just it's a little flirty type of sly look. Okay, just playing with me like that. She never really went around the corner. She just stayed where her ass was in some type of view. So I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. Then there was a little tall, fat girl that looked similar to the BBW, but she was, just a crumb over. So she was kind of sloppy with it a little bit. A lot of dudes still smash her, but I ain't give her no time of the day. Well, don't try to come up here trying to make me look at your booty. I ain't thinking about you. So I'm just in line. I'm waiting my turn or whatever. And I'm still, playing with the white lady. All right. And by the time she's about to go, I see that those two rainbow zombies come back in. I didn't know there was a rainbow zombie until I heard them speak. Okay, they just look, just look like some thugged out niggas. Then they had that going. I was like, ugh. So they come back in. Okay, I'm like, yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. I knew something was weird about this. So the white lady gets her turn at the counter, and I'm just still checking her ass out. And of course, I'm just, just doing what I do. And there's always that one person that ain't got no business looking, always trying to look at you to see what you're doing. And it happened to be a suspect black nigga between the ages of 50 to 60 at the counter, short, suspect black dude. And I'm just checking out the white chick, and the white chick know it and all this type of stuff. Then she decides to leave. As I walk up to the counter, I'm just still just checking out her booty, just like, okay. And she's walking, okay. And she passes one of the rainbow zombies that was up there. He had on some yellow fatigue pants or something, black and yellows ish or something. And she just passed him. And then the suspect dude behind the P.O. box counter that hands people the packages says, "You see yellow?" I said, "What?" I said, "What does that mean?" Nothing, man, nothing. I said, "I see girls if that's what you're asking." Okay. And there was an old black lady behind the counter as well. Okay. She was the one that was really taking people's transactions and stuff. He just sitting there. That's his job is to do that too, but he's just lingering around. He ain't doing shit. And she leaves and then she comes back. I didn't even think she heard what was going on. She said, "Don't be asking him stuff like that." And when I heard her say that, I said, "Yeah, I thought that he was asking me some down low shit." I was like, "Oh, no, sweet that way." And I said it loud. Like I didn't try to say it loud to front him out, but it just echoed and everybody heard it. And then I just hear laughter or whatever. I'm like, "No, I don't swing that way." All right. And it was just a setup. Okay, because people be trying to do stuff to you and they trying to see if it works. Like the Rainbow Zombie Manifesto said, they always got Rainbow Zombies somewhere. They're sleeping Rainbow Zombie agents. They say you should never talk shit about a gay person because it could be one right beside you and etc. And that right there is proof. You see the neighbors, everybody in this unit that's around me is apparently a rainbow zombie witch. Okay. And apparently, I think, that's another way how they probably convert people that's not godly or whatever. Like, they say that if you're a lost sheep, you pretty much set up for wolves to devour you and all this type of stuff. But I'm a man of God, so the pastor got me. The shepherd got me. All right. And they just trying to see if what they doing is working, and it's not. And he reminds me of that old lady, that one job I was always talking about. That one job I actually like. It's on this channel, old videos. And I was saying how they was making me train in a gay part of town called Midtown. I had to train there for 2 weeks, and that shit was hell. Okay, throughout the whole training, I felt as if the training was a decoy, and they was really trying to make me gay. They was trying to, just everywhere I look around, everybody in there doing that lining up shit from behind the wall, trying to put that gay spirit on me, but it didn't work. But I told y'all that in detail, so go back and watch the old shit. And he's acting just like that lady when I went on premises to Buckhead. She said, "Are you looking for a woman?" I said, "Who the fuck asks a question like that? Usually you'll say, 'Do you have a girlfriend?'" I said, "Yes, I like women if that's what you're asking." He was acting just like her, so can't nobody tell me that I'm just paranoid or something. I've been harassed enough to know when shit is a setup. Then I come home, okay, and I see the rainbow zombie harassing me in this cul-de-sac. Let me see if I can show y'all. And he has his car pointed towards where I usually park it over there. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure my car is not even gonna point in his direction. So I go out my way to just, turn my car away from his. I walk in the house and I look outside to see his girlfriend parked to where my car is kind of pointing at her, like this right here. All right, this is my car where my fingers at. So I'm on this side. The rainbow zombie trying to mirror how I usually would park. He was trying to point at me. So I'm clearly not lining up with him or whatever. I'm just trying to, because I know what he's doing. I don't play that flirty shit. I don't do that gay shit. So she parks there to where it's like I'm pointing at her, and I come outside and I take a picture. Then she said, "Hey," I said, "What? Did you just take my picture? You know, you take a picture of my car?" And I was like, "Why would you think I was taking a picture of your car?" Because you was looking over here with your camera, and then you know, basically saying she saw me take the picture. Okay, and I'm basically like, so why you act like that if you're not doing nothing? Okay, and then she basically was aggressive. She was belligerent. Okay, just screaming at the top of her lungs, talking to her rainbow zombie boyfriend on the Bluetooth. So this was around 6:22 p.m. and today's the 5th of November 2020. Okay, and and I'm like these, and what they seem to be trying to do is I think they're gonna try to be more confrontational now to try to bait me in a situation to where I would, look like an aggressor. Okay. And she was just screaming and yelling at the top of her lungs. I'm like, what are that supposed to do? It's not gonna make me act crazy. Okay. And then she tried to low key insult me. This psycho motherfucker out here. And then she was like, no, she said, this psycho ass nigga out here. And you always staring me down. I'm like, because y'all be looking at me. Every time I go out, niggas will stare at you like this. Like it's a predatory type stare that I be talking about. And the last time I saw her, I was parking my car. This was like a few days ago. And as soon as I park, it's like she comes right behind me, almost as if she was waiting all day for me to get home. So I'm like, who the heck is this? And, because cars always pulling up when I'm pulling up and get out the car. And they'll try to park or mimic the way I park and shit. It's weird. So she was just driving. And at first I thought it was my sister. I'm like, is that my sister? And I'm just looking or whatever. But she looking at me like this. It's a certain way somebody will look and you catch eyes, you just look at each other. Okay, and it's really offensive, so she looking, I'm just looking, I'm like, and I'm like, these hoes up here is very bold because like when the dudes up here do that type of stuff, they don't usually be that bold to where they want, It's like that's trying to provoke me or something. Just that look. You know how they'll say never look a bear in the eyes or a gorilla or something like that. Like she trying to do that. Like they're just trying to make you, you know, cuss them out or something. But I wasn't buying into it. Okay, I'm like, okay, they want to play games. Okay, and I'm like, you looking at me? I'm finna look back. Okay, and right after she said that, I'm like, whatever. I just went back to the house or whatever. Then she decided to leave or whatever. So she driving past, doing like this. I'm still walking to, in the doorway of the apartment. You come in and all this type of stuff. So she drives past me doing like this. So I just immediately look back at her. They're very confrontational. Okay, and then I get back in the house. Turns out that she hit a U-turn. Then she turned around and started parking beside her rainbow zombie boyfriend, pointing directly at my car this time. Trying to provoke a reaction. I'm like, I see what y'all trying to do. Always niggas trying to do some stupid shit because what they're doing with this witchcraft parking just simply does not work. So they still trying, but they just trying to really piss me off or something now. Okay, and she was talking to her rainbow zombie boyfriend on the Bluetooth. And as I'm, walking through the doorway, I hear his door upstairs open like he finna come downstairs and say something. I'm like, "What's up, nigga?" But I didn't say nothing because I didn't see him. I'm like, "What can you say?" Because you stupid in this situation. You know you're wrong for what you're doing. Okay, he ain't have shit to say, so he just decided not to come outside. And you gonna confront me for him? Well, you the one that's in the wrong. Okay, and once again, the bitch doing all this type of stuff because she's a bitch, and she just figured, "Oh, I'm a girl in this situation." Okay, but let it be a chick. I bet you she wouldn't be that, you know, belligerent towards a chick that could potentially get more belligerent and put it towards her. Okay, just stupid. Okay, now she's the type of bitch that gets kicked out by her boyfriend. Like he took her shit, threw it everywhere. I'm talking about the shit was so messy. I had to step over the shit and go into my door. Just throw her shit everywhere, all her clothes, tampons, everything. I swear he did this shit. I seen them fight at least 2 or 3 times. Sometimes after that they'll kind of just get into shouting matches. But it's always the same. This bitch over there, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, working to try to hinder me, black bitch. Okay, with a gay boyfriend. This shit is ridiculous. All right, but I'm just letting y'all know how stupid people are, and how low frequency people are just retarded. All right. But it's always something when it comes to low level people. They always working as a group, and I guarantee you that those motherfuckers at their PO box all knew each other. From the two suspect niggas that was up there to the suspect male motherfucker that was talking that shit. I know they all know each other over here. Okay, because then there was just one time a while back when I was at a gas station and some dusty dread nigga that was black as shit tried to say something to me, and I just walked right past him. He getting all mad. I'm like, I don't know you, nigga. And then he just started looking like that bitch and get out. Like the old lady who was in the black lady's body who was the maid. She gave me that look. I mean, he was giving me that look. Like I said, like everybody that got hit with the flash on Get Out, that's how them niggas was looking. And then as I'm driving out the gas station, I see him looking at my tag, and he pulled out his phone. I seen him do like that. I'm like, uh-huh. Then when I got home, I seen two black cars acting weird on some GameStop and shit, just kind of parked to the side. I'm like, why are all these black cars parked right here? And I go here, I see another black car parked right there. They're just acting weird like that. So that's how I know it's a network of people just doing stupid shit to try to hinder other blacks. Okay. And like I say, they all got different reasons for doing what they're doing because a lot of people talk about gang stalking. Okay. But I genuinely believe that blacks in particular try to put you in the database so people can just fuck with you like that because they just niggas. Okay, with the crab in the bucket mentality. And that's all I got to say for this rant. Oh, just the gay mafia as well. So it's a combination of all that because they some shady motherfuckers at the bottom of the barrel too. And this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.